Right now, they want to welcome to the program from the USA Olympic shooting team. I'm proud that Team USA and USA Shooting sent along some hats for me to wear. Mr. Matt Emmons is with us. Matt, how you doing, sir?
Pretty well. How are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for coming on the program. We're just about a month away from the 2012 Olympic Games. Now, when do you head over to London?
Well, actually, I head back to Europe next week. My wife's over in the Czech Republic right now where she's from, so I'm going to go over and spend some time with her and my daughter. And then we'll start our Olympic stuff on July 21st. I'll go to Denmark for our training camp. And then on the 25th of July, I'll actually head to London and start the actual Olympic thing.
Okay. Now, 2004, that was your first Olympic appearance, right?
Correct.
And, most people don't start their Olympic experience with a gold medal, but that's what you did in Athens in the 50-meter rifle prone. You won another medal in 2008, a silver medal in the 50-meter rifle prone. What events are you going to be competing in this year?
This year I'll be competing in men's air rifle and also men's three position.
Okay. Now, what are your expectations going into the games this year? Do you believe you're walking home with the gold in both of these events?
Ooh, that's a really tough question. To be supremely confident where I believe I can compete on any given day, I definitely still have some more work to do, especially when it comes to air rifle. I've been battling some, I guess a back injury is what you would call it. Really just kind of not an overuse, just a buildup of lots of years of training. Working real hard here at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado to get things loosened up so I can compete well again, so it doesn't hurt so much and, my body doesn't act up. But I honestly think that if I can get the back issues squared away with my experience level and training, I believe I could be competitive in air gun. It's just going to come down to how my back feels.
Right.
In three position, that one, it's been one of my best events for a very long time. Obviously, there's no guarantee of a medal or a gold medal for that matter. But, if I have my head on straight and, again, if my back's feeling well, I really think that I could be competitive in that event too. So I hope to be. That's the plan, at least.
Is it a day-to-day kind of injury, Matt? Are there days that are better than others?
There are some days that are better than others. Actually, yesterday when I was training small bore, my back didn't hurt at all, and I shot great. It was really, really fun. It's actually the best it's felt in a long time. But then today I was training air rifle, and it started to act up again, and I was shooting okay, but it was just painful. So it just kind of depends. But the rehab that we're doing here at the Olympic Training Center seems to be paying off. I think we're on the right track. At least it feels looser.
Right. Now, are you in Colorado Springs tonight?
I am.
Well, we wish you guys the best. How close has the wildfire gotten to the U.S. Olympic Training Center?
Oh, there's no way that it could ever get here.
Okay.
Probably about 4 miles away or so, the way the crow flies, but it's been a horrible thing for our community. Last night just watching the fire go down the mountain and then get into the houses was pretty scary, pretty crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Some 32,000 people evacuated from the Colorado Springs area. I got to imagine that there's some folks who work there in the training facility who are affected by this. So our thoughts and our prayers go out to all those folks. I know their minds would much rather be on the London Games, and right now they're having to worry about their possessions.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Matt, tell us a little bit about yourself for folks who aren't familiar with you as an Olympic shooter. How did you get started in competitive shooting?
Completely by accident. I grew
Really?
up, no joke, as a sport, yeah. I grew up around a family of hunters. All the men in my family were hunters, and I just grew up hunting and shooting and always enjoyed shooting. And right around the time I was 14 years old, a guy that my dad knew at work, my dad works at Fort Dix back home in New Jersey, and the FBI leases one of the ranges there. Well, their head firearms instructor was talking to my dad about how to pay for college. And this man's name was Paul Adamowski, and Paul said that there were universities that had shooting teams. They gave scholarships, and he said, well, does your son like to shoot? And my dad said, well, yeah, of course he does. He loves to. So bring him over. So I went over there, and he had me shoot some rifles, some pistol, and some shotgun. He said, well, you're pretty good with that rifle. And I said, okay. And I said, do you want to do this? Well, sure, why not? It's fun. And so I got started with him. He taught me some of the basics, some mental tricks, the positions, and just, kind of had me going for a few months.
Mm.
And eventually he found a club that was about an hour away from my house, just a private club that had a junior shooting team, and started going there once a week and training with them. And it worked out great because one of the girls on the team, she was on the national team, April Shea, and her dad, Ed, was our coach. And, couldn't have been started with a without better people. It was amazing.
Wow.
Paul getting me involved, and then also Ed was a great junior coach for me. So that's kind of how it started.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I know that you are I mean, you really are an ambassador for the shooting sports as well.
Well, thanks.
Well, absolutely. I mean, do you think that would you like to see more youth get involved in competitive shooting?
Absolutely. I think it's such a wonderful sport for so many reasons. I mean, I play a lot of sports, and I like to watch a lot of other sports. But shooting is one of the things that you can do it when you're young. You can do it when you're middle-aged. You can do it when you're old. I mean, how good you are might be different. But,
Right.
It's really a sport for life. And also I think it's, of all of the sports that I've been around, it's one of the friendliest sports because it is a sport where, in general, the only competition you can compete against is yourself. You can't control what anyone else does. And so people have a really good handle on that. And, when I go around, to competitions around the country or even around the world, I really can't think of very many people that are just kind of abrasive or, just kind of aren't very nice. Most everyone's really nice. It's kind of a close-knit community. It's just a wonderful sport.
Well, listen, Matt, I really appreciate you joining us on the program tonight, sir, and best of luck to you in London.
Thank you very much.